Hey all, so today is day 380 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip and this is my second day of cycling here in Odisha. This city name is Berhampur. I stayed in Berhampur for 2 days. I got a chance to taste food of Odisha, but let me tell you, this is not something of my choice. Here I'm finding lots of fried items like puri. So in the breakfast, maximum time you will find puri, and this is a strange kind of amalgamation or a mixture of South Indian food and the North Indian food. That's how the Odisha food became, and this is maybe because they are somewhere in the middle of this country. Like one side the south starts, another side the north starts. So having this kind of a mixture in the food, it's quite usual according to me. So what they do, they are selling puri, which is usually the part of North Indian food, and they are adding upma or a idli inside that, and you don't eat it with chutney of coconut. You have to eat it with vegetable, usually the aloo matar sabji, and that is really very strange for me, and I'm not sure I will be liking this kind of a food in Odisha. I prefer not to eat fried food. Most of the time I was working, sitting on my bed. One day I spent while working on that project, so I will be starting my ride now. So I got up early, I packed my bicycle. This is 6 o'clock. I'm leaving this dormitory named Sitaram dormitory. Shall I start the ride or not? I was confused. I was not able to decide. See why? So it's tentatively full day, 100% rain prediction today. It's Friday, buddy. So it was 7:06. I have come back after having breakfast. It seems it's increasing now. So my intention is, if it starts raining heavily right now, so I can go back and stay there. If it stops, then I can start the ride. And this is just after 2 minutes. Can you imagine? And this is after another 2 minutes. And this is at 7:10. The rain stopped at 8 o'clock and I started my ride. After a ride of around 20 minutes, I was on the highway, which is going towards West Bengal. Connected to the highway, here the boundary of Berhampur. On the way, I met with these two locals and I had a Odia learning session with Amit and Sunil. So I was trying to learn few Odia words which are very common. Amit and Sunil. So bhai or behan, brother, sister, what do you call it?
भाई भौनी
भाई भौनी. भाई मतलब ब्रदर, भौनी मतलब बहन.
सिस्टर
कहाँ जा रहे हो? KAWAD JAUCH KUDAE ओके. क्या कर रहे हो?
कौन करूछ
KANA कौन KARUCH. कुछ नहीं
कुछ नहीं
KHICHI
KICHI
NAHI कुछ नहीं. आपका नाम क्या है?
अमित.
नहीं, उड़िया में कैसे पूछेंगे? अपनों को नामो कौन? अपनों को नामो कौन? ओके. और बोलूँगा मेरा नाम अमित है तो मो नामो अमित. ओके. और व्हेन यू मीट समबडी, हाउ टू ग्रीट?
नमस्कार, हेलो, हाय.
नमस्कार बोलते हैं.
नमस्कार
और थैंक यू.
धन्यवाद.
Okay, thank you so much. So this was not the only interaction I had with Amit. After 2 days, he has donated 100 rupees for my journey. Thank you so much, Amit, for your kind support. So it was 8 o'clock. The rain started again. I put on my poncho again while standing roadside. I was climbing from last many kilometers, and from this point onwards, the downhill will start. You can see the trucks, they're taking so much of load. This place is Ghatgadapalli. It was around 9:30 when I crossed a city named Chhatrapur. I think after Berhampur, Chhatrapur is the second city which I am crossing, and I have observed these things. Like I see lots of greenery. I saw a very strange entry gate of a temple. I saw a man making the lamp for the worship. A man sweeping outside his house. Though it was raining all the time, but it was not very heavy. The kids are playing basketball. Lots of cows are on the road, and a big Hanuman statue roadside. Students were going to school. school, cleaning staff collecting the garbage, and a bus stop on which something is written in Odia. And let me tell you, this is the only city where I'm liking riding bicycle like this because it is not noisy, it is not crowded, and lots of greenery and trees are around. On both the sides of the road, there are the shops, there are the sheds. A chariot was parked outside a temple illegally. This part looks like the center of the city. The traffic has increased here because it was 9:30 in the morning, so lots of people were out to have breakfast at the tiffin centers. The rain had started and I was searching for a place to stop and found one shelter. I left that shelter as soon as the rain stopped, but not for a long time. The rain returned after 20 minutes, and this time I took a shelter inside a roadside dhaba. For the next 30 minutes I was waiting for the rain to stop, and at 10 o'clock I could leave from there. Now the weather is clear. I can see the sun on the top starting to rise towards Puri. Yes, I'm going to Jagannath Puri, and I will take a shortcut and I will cross Chikala Lake using a ferry. This river name is Rishi Kulya, and these are the stalls which are selling fish which are caught from the river itself. See, it's so big and it has water. That's amazing. First of the river I've seen with lots of water. It's not deep. Wow, it's so huge. And it has water, man. I'm this much surprised because most of the rivers which I have seen, except the few rivers there in Kerala, most of them were empty or having less water, or maybe they were not huge like this one. So this kind of a view made me feel overwhelmed. In a state of surprise, I kept standing there for a long time and I kept looking at the river and that railway bridge over it. It was so pleasant to be there, and why not? What do you think about it? Isn't it a great place? Isn't it a great view? So I have arrived to Ganjam city just after crossing the bridge. Those kids, they are taking bath in the river. In Odisha also you will see the huge statues of Lord Hanuman outside the village and the cities. This is the one. I'm not going to Ganjam city, I'm taking this route. So at the end of this Rishi Kulya River, there is a place turtle nesting and hatching. So but this is not the season, it is up to May, starting from January. So I'm not going there right now, I'm continuing my journey. So after starting riding here, I will cross Huma, but before that I sit at a roadside bus stop and wanted to eat something because it was 11 o'clock. I was carrying this from last almost a month, giving it to a crow. I'll give him the full quality because I know they know how to eat. See? Can you see this? Amazing, no? Crow is the most intelligent animal. He has all the tricks to survive, and see, he knows how to take it out from the packet. And he is eating now. Amazing, man. That's so good. Let me tell all of you that I picked up that polythene after that crow was done with it. This is what happened to that toddy bottle which I purchased. So it was inside my bag for almost 5 days. And today is hot also. So it has got the gas like this. Same taste, exactly like apple fizz. Smell a little bitter, little sharp. It's not a smell like a drink, like alcohol. It's not that. That's amazing. I hope it will not upset my stomach after drinking it. As soon as I finished drinking toddy, I started feeling dizzy. So I took rest on the bench in the bus stop for next 30 minutes. I could have stopped under that bus stop for a longer time, but soon the heavy rain started and water started coming on the bench where I was taking rest. So I had to leave that place quickly because hardly a distance of 100 meters there was a closed hotel. So I took a shelter there. I was standing there for next 30 minutes and waiting for the rain to stop. As soon as the rain became lighter, I started the ride again, but within a span of 2 minutes it became heavy again. So I had to take a shelter here in front of this shop. Weather is changing within a minute. 1 minute ago it was raining, and see now the sunlight is there. Clouds which were black has gone and the blue sky has taken over. And that is so true. I started the ride. I saw a hill on the left hand side of the road behind the green fields. So the rain was off and on. After a ride of each 20 minutes or so, I was trying to find out a a shelter to stop, and I don't know if it is because of the rain or because of the train. I was enjoying all these views and I was so happy. Soon it was 1:15. I was still riding. I was so happy to see those clouds on the top of the mountain, that greenery around, and those black clouds in the sky. Using the underpass, I will be taking the right turn, but before doing that, I thought to take a rest. It is supposed to be the shortcut to the Jagannath Puri. So let me tell you what happened. I ride using the voice instruction on the Google map. I listen to the instruction using the Bluetooth, and my mobile is always in my pocket. Since when I have entered in Odisha, my Vodafone SIM is showing 2G connection most of the time. Because of that slow speed, the instructions are not regular. So when I took the right turn, it started making that sound which usually it makes when I take a wrong turn. When I stopped there and I saw it was a very small mud route which was going to some village, thinking that this must not be the right route, I returned back to the highway and started riding once again. Then I realized that that was the correct route which I supposed to take, and I have already passed it. Now there was another turn after a few kilometers. Thinking that I will take that right turn towards Jagannath Puri, I kept riding. Now I found a roadside bus stop which was a isolated one. I'm sitting here under this bus stop. My bicycle is parked here. So I thought to record my video for the tomorrow's episode. I opened my tripod and I start recording. It took me 2 hours to record the videos. Now it was 3 o'clock and I was feeling hungry. I thought to eat poha because it is a quick food. I'm feeling very hungry. Unfortunately, I don't have much to eat. Maybe something is there in my bag. I'll go and check and find out. I will have poha. Best part with the poha is you can eat it as soon as you dip it. Add sugar or salt, whichever you have. If you have some dry fruits or fruits, that also you can add. Can you see? This is all ready. It took me only 2 to 3 minutes. You can mix it. So this is such a quick food which you can have anywhere, anytime. But adding some dry fruits or the fruits is always a good idea. This is like you are eating kheer. मीठी खीर होती है ना जैसे, वैसी खीर है ये. I have learned it from Diana and Patrick. They are the German cyclists, and I was riding with them during my Karnataka and some part of Kerala journey. So whenever you will be riding in a country where the food is very costly and you cannot afford, at the same time you cannot cook, then you can definitely have it. Take a bottle. So you put the groundnuts, add some water, so you can utilize a bottle for this purpose. That's more than sufficient. Nothing much to worry. If you wish, you can add some salt. It took me some time. At 3:40, the rain started, and soon it was 4. Rain has become very heavy. You can see and hear the sound. Till here, I'm getting the water. Come on. Oh my God. Look at this. I'm stuck. Oh goodness. I have done only 40 kilometers since morning. I knew it that in the evening it will rain, but I was not expecting it will be so heavy rain. Luckily, I am under this shelter at this moment. All the goats, they are coming out. They cannot handle this rain. So they have come out. They are looking for a shelter near the wall because wind is blowing it to this side. This man will definitely come and stand here under this bus stop. See? Hear this sound of the rain. Can you hear it? Very funny thing happened right now. So I'm sitting under this bus stops from a long time and meet Gopi. So he is the owner, or he's having all of these sheeps. So he was asking what is the price of your bicycle, and I said it's 10,000 rupees. He said if I sell one, I can buy one bicycle. And then I realized, oh man, he has so many bicycles. Ameer Admi? Before I leave this place, I'm thinking, and I want to be sure if the rain will come again or not. But I have changed my plan, Earlier I was taking that village route and that ferry route to Puri. Now I will not be taking that route because on that route I am not sure if I can find a suitable place to stay and places to eat. I have seen some videos of that route, but that doesn't share enough information about it, and that might be risky, especially in this kind of a weather. So it was the turning point. So because it was 5 o'clock and soon it will be dark, as I have seen in those videos from the YouTube channel of my friend, I knew that it will be difficult there to find a shelter at the night, and there are not many shops roadside. Traveling on that road at this time of the day will not be a good idea. So this is why I dropped the idea of going to Jagannath Puri using the shortcut. So I decided to ride on the highway. One change I have made, I am not taking the right turn towards to that ferry or jetty point. I am going straight on the highway. Let's see how far I can go. Kolkata 567 and Rambha is a place which is only 2. I am riding onto the highway which is going to Kolkata. What do you think about these views? Clouds on the top of mountain and this greenery around. Isn't it amazing? While riding here, I was thinking if this kind of a greenery and this kind of views are there here on the highway itself, can you imagine riding on the village roads? What kind of views will be there? So I'm very curious about it. I got a piece of information from these two champs. Badaghati, which I was telling you, that was behind. I have already crossed it. Now this area, which you are looking at here, this is known as Sanaghati. So there are basically two ghati. Thank you so much for this information. I'll be climbing almost 3-4 more kilometers, not more than that. So this is the top of the climb. From here the down will start. Wow, let's see what I have got from the top. This is the view of Chikala Lake, and that is the moon about to rise. Sky, it's so beautiful. I'm looking at a treasure of life. Look at the height of this area. It looks like a wall. Amazing, man. No words to describe the beauty of this place. So beautiful. So that is the ghat over there. See the truck. Look at their speed, how they are climbing. They are crawling right now. This is how a vehicle crawl on the road. Climb done, I think. It's the downhill which is starting. I was coming down on the slope at a speed of 45 km/h. Time is 6:30 and I have reached at this place. This is known as Berhampur. It's cloudy. This is how the place is. The lights are on all the shops. Soon it will be dark. Need to start finding the place for stay. Till this time I had no clue where will I stay, except that I will be staying on some petrol pump only. After a ride of 3 km, I saw a petrol pump on the right hand side of the road. There is an Indian oil petrol pump. I was thinking how to go to the right hand side of the highway, and then this happened. Luckily I found this cut, so I don't have to take a long turn to reach there on another side. This place name is Kesapur. Kesapur. We got a place to stay. This is the bicycle I have parked. I went there. His name is Akshay. He is, I think, the manager or the owner, and I'll be sleeping here somewhere. Let's see where will I manage to sleep. So first of all, I have not had my lunch, so I'll go and eat something. Leaving my bicycle there, I go to the roadside hotel and see what happened there. Very strange thing happened here. When I came, he said minimum rate is 100 rupee paneer, and additionally everything could also could I have 60 rupee mein kya milega. He has given me this rice and these are all the vegetables. This is going to be my dinner for tonight. So this is, I think, some type of Odia food I'm having, but it's very spicy. So this is green brinjal kind of a thing, which is cooked with curd. This thing is sweet, and I don't know what is this. It's simply the dal. Food is really spicy, very spicy. Now let me tell you about the real challenge which I'm facing. So tomorrow is Wednesday. I have just recorded the video today, sitting under the bus stop. Editing part is pending. So at any cost, tonight itself, I have to finish the editing so that I can upload and release the video tomorrow, and you can watch it at 7 o'clock. For that purpose, I have to skip sleeping. I have to keep editing whole night because one video editing takes 8 hours of time. Get a power connection. I'm working on my laptop. Tomorrow I have to come with a video. So working on it, I have to work hard tonight. Let's hope for the best that I'll be able to deliver the video. And let me tell you, whole night I was sitting inside a mosquito tent and editing the video. But that story will be in the next episode, not now. My today's expenses are 30 rupee for the breakfast there in Berhampur, 10 rupee for the tea, and 60 rupee for the dinner here. To total 100 rupees. So I'm within the budget today. About Odisha, I can tell you a few things. So the one, here everyone speaks Hindi, so language is not a problem. Two, in terms of food, I found nothing great because I have not developed that taste for the fried food, and people prefer to eat fried here. And even the taste wise, I did not like the food which I just had. But maybe I cannot eat fried food every day. And three, the peoples are very kind, very helpful. So this is how my second day in Odisha completes. If you like this kind of a video of mine, then please subscribe to my channel World Wanderers Cycling on a Budget, and hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications about my videos first. How was my experience of crossing the Odisha border from Andhra Pradesh? You should not miss that video. I'm giving you the link here on the top. Watch it, and those who have supported me on this journey, their names are given here. Please read them and say thank you on my behalf. So that's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet with a new story in the next video. Thank you so much once again. See you soon.